Today we're going to talk about a character who's become the very definition of mystery in the anime world. Makima, the so-called heroine of Chainsaw Man, who maybe wasn't a heroine at all. That calmness in her eyes, that gentle smile, and those sweet words. Behind all of it was a power strong enough to erase your entire existence. But this story isn't just about her powers. It's about her obsession with control, her loneliness, and a twisted form of love that probably was never love at all. The first time you saw Makima, you probably had just one thought: she's perfect, calm, composed, confident. But all of that was an illusion, a mask. Makima wasn't a normal human. She was the control devil, a devil born from the fear of control. Her ultimate goal was to create a world where everything was orderly, where no one could hurt anyone. But at what cost? Everything had to be under her control, like every emotion, every thought, every person. And in her obsession for control, she took in a pet, Denji. A boy whose dream was just to be hugged by someone, to have breakfast with someone. Makima used this basic human craving as her weapon. She treated Denji like a puppy. Good boy, sit. You belong to me. These lines may sound soft, but behind them was a psychological trap. She manipulated Denji by giving him emotional crumbs. But the real question is, why Denji? Simple. Because inside Denji was the chainsaw devil, Pochita. And Pochita had the power to erase any devil from existence, even from history. Makima wanted that power, not for evil, but for peace. A twisted version of peace. She wanted to remove war, fear, pain, everything from the world by controlling everything. And for this goal, she was willing to go to any lengths. She manipulated Aki, gave power her trust only to destroy her, and finally broke Denji's heart. There's a moment where Denji completely breaks. His dreams, his idea of having a family, Makima shattered everything. And in that moment, he realizes he was just a toy. The darkest twist in Chainsaw Man is this. The main protagonist was a pawn, and the antagonist was someone every fan secretly admires. Makima didn't have normal powers. Just one glare from her was enough to kill someone. Her contracts extended all the way to the Prime Minister of Japan. If someone harmed her, the damage would be transferred to another citizen. That's insane. And despite that power, she was never loud. She always spoke softly, walked calmly, like everything was just another piece on her chessboard. And when you read the manga, you notice that her dialogues are never random. Every word, every smile, every silence, it's all calculated. But was Makima a villain or a victim? That question isn't simple. Because the more you learn about her, the more you realize she herself was trapped in an endless cycle. Wanting control also meant she could never be truly close to anyone. When she eats with power or talks to Aki, the connection is always superficial. She couldn't feel love or friendship for herself because she didn't want equals. She wanted control. And that was her tragedy. Which is why, at the end of the manga, when Denji kills her, he's just eating dinner with her. A cooked meal. A simple, ordinary moment with no control, no power. Just Denji being human. That scene is symbolic. The best way to destroy control is to become ordinary. But the story doesn't end there. Makima is reborn as Nayuta, a little girl Kishibe gives to Denji to raise, hoping that this time, Makima's powers can grow through love and freedom. And that's the genius of Chainsaw Man. No character is black and white. Every action has emotion, trauma, and a desperate need to connect behind it. Makima wasn't a monster. She was a broken entity who wanted to fix the world. Her method was just flawed. And that's why fans hate her. And love her. So the next time you see Makima on screen, remember the chaos behind that smile. Because sometimes the most dangerous people are the ones who speak the calmest. This was the truth behind Makima, the control devil,